Hi, everybody. I don't know if anybody's actually here. There's nobody in chat, so we'll wait a second, see if people show up. There's somebody. Tracy's the first. How's it going? Just your head showing? People were enjoying. I just did our shopping video when we were putting away stuff, and you were doing quite the antics on the camera there.
When it's sped up, it's showing moving over.
I did one where I slowed it down for you. The other one where you're doing this. It looked like you were just moving really fast. I don't know what exactly you were doing, but it was sped up.
I was going really slow, and so
oh, I see.
Up, that would look like it was moving. I don't know what that was.
You'll have to look at it and see. Hey there, everybody. Good to see you. Oh, well, you made it at least, Dolly. I know that you, Holly, you were, you said you were going to bed, so. I just cooked the first thing ever in that air fryer and warmed up a piece of pizza. I took the kids today to the park, and we had a late lunch out there and had Pizza Hut. And I warmed up the pizza in there, and it was really crispy and good and nice. So I'm thinking I'm going to like it. Church to Zoom kitchen party tonight. Remind me of your live chats. Oh, really? That's neat. Zoom is quite the thing now, isn't it? 10 p.m. in Washington State. Yep, it's just about 11 p.m. here. It's pretty late. I've got Judah with me. He's just off camera. His arm is on the camera there. And Asher's hanging out over here, too. You can make omelets in it. Oh, really? Yeah, how's that work? You got to, I guess you just cook it and then you take it out and you got to wrap it up and cook it again, or maybe just leave it. Okay, watching you with Mountain Dew got me. Oh, yeah. It didn't get me. I didn't even think about it because it was canned. I remember thinking about grabbing bottles. Like, I can't get bottles. Andrea would have got bottles, and so I'll just get cans for the kids. Good for homemade fries. Ooh, Asher's good for homemade fries.
Good for homemade fries, Asher.
Asher enjoys homemade fries. He makes homemade fries a lot. Made a T-bone steak in 12 minutes. See, I was a little confused with the timings because I put a piece of pizza in there and I hit the button reheat and I hit the time button and it started at 15 minutes. I was like, oh, I guess that's how long I'm supposed to do it. And I did it 15 minutes. And then we started smelling something pretty burny smelling.
Yeah, we sucked the life out of the pepperoni.
And realized it was that's probably too long. We didn't do it the whole time. I stopped it at about 6 minutes in, and it was still nice and crispy but good. So I get for veggies and drying fruits too. Drying fruits? Interesting. I guess we can try veggies in it. I mean, you guys know us. We're not giant veggie people, but if there's a new way we can try some veggies, then heck, we'll give it a go. I was thinking we need to bring back the veggie challenge thing. Remember we did that, Asher?
No.
Remember the mommy had a little thing she printed out with who had the most tried veggies, or somebody was we were gonna try a new veggie every day or something for a month, or what was it? How did it go?
Yeah, I remember.
I think it's on a video somewhere.
I think we just every moment someone makes up and then I think there was kind of like a game board.
There was a game board. That sounds like Andrea.
I think it's kind of like the game when you're driving the car and you mark everything you see. It's kind of like that. I think it's just they had a picture of a vegetable.
Yikes, I'm so sorry that's happening, Jennifer. How small business faring in your town with the shutdowns? Some of them are, I think it's different each one. So there's no lockdown here or anything, and there's not really a shutdown here, apart from the things that are, I guess like restaurants and. Are you gonna break that?
And Menard for kids like me.
Yeah, you can't be in Menards. You can't go in if you're under 16.
It used to be 13, and then right when we got
Down to the present of the veggie part for you guys. See that? Clean the veggie and fruits. We're gonna have to try some. We need to get more veggies into our diet. I'm fully aware of that, but we just don't like them. But I know corn technically is a grain. It's not actually a veggie, but you can kind of get by calling it a veggie. And so we do the corn thing. Occasionally we have green beans, ants on a log. Heck, we get tomato sauce and lots of things.
Yeah, I eat
tomato soup.
Tomatoes
Yeah.
Tomatoes are fruit, right? Tomatoes are fruit, but look at
Well, hey Tara. I know it's late for a lot of you people. Probably that borderline area where you're like, I should be in bed, but I'll check in a little bit. And we are night owls here, and so we're still up. And I thought I would do live. I hadn't talked to you guys in a little bit, and I always like it. And
that.
ants on a log. Yeah, we had that on video the other day. It's just celery with peanut butter in it and little raisins on top like they're the ants. It's a fun way to get kids to sort of eat some veggies. Hide your veggies in smoothies. You're onto something there. I love those naked drinks, the Green Machine. I love Green Machine.
Mom always used to put spinach in the smoothie.
Oh, really? You should make these. I haven't made a smoothie.
You can't taste them. They look good. But yeah, it was really nice.
We could get it more into veggies or smoothies.
Big handful, spin, bam. Then like strawberries and things and milk and whatever.
Well, we haven't been doing that. I have not made you any smoothies. I am falling down on the job.
Good. I used to make them. You never used to make smoothies. I do. I used to make them a lot. I used to make smoothies a lot.
1:53 a.m. there. Wow, what time is it? 12? This is 11, 12, 1, 1:53. Where are you? You must be in Canada? How were the cherry boats? They were good. We have a couple in a bag that someone didn't eat, so they were clumped together. I need a better way to save them or something.
I think that pizza was made. I didn't know it was so good. Someone else turned mom.
What clothing did you get for Hannah at Walmart? Did you have luck with it all being the correct size? I was pretty good with Hannah. She had outgrown those shoes. I had the month before at our shopping video. You'll see me get some shoes for her. They were size 6, and because she had been in size 5, and I put the size 6 on her, and they barely fit her, and she outgrew those already. So I got her size 7s, 2 pairs this week. So they're got some good room on them. So we're good there. I got her some shoes, and then that girl goes through tights. She scoots her bottom on things and rips a hole in the left cheek over and over again. And there was a nail apparently she was scooting over. So we got that nailed down and got her some more tights. I got the little girl's tights too. So 1 a.m. here in Ohio. I guess that's about right. 12:1. Yeah, that makes sense. But almost 2 is one more over. 6 a.m. in the UK. Early birds there. Go ahead. Bring me a magic cookie bar. You're not supposed to eat on camera, but I'm going to do it. Must have been a good day for you today. You look upbeat. Do I? I'm not though. It wasn't a particularly awesome day. We made magic cookie bars. You guys ever had those 7-layer bars? Oh man, they're so good. It was an okay day. I took the whole family to the park, and we had pizza. We stayed there probably 2.5, 3 hours. And the kids played and enjoyed the sunshine. And Mm-hmm. Those are so good. When I was a kid, I had an Aerobee disc. Those a frisbee that's just a ring. I remember how much fun they were, and so I recently ordered one, and we got it in, and we've been going to the park a lot and playing it. It's really fun. It flies insanely far.
I got on the freeway.
Yeah, we had to hop the fence going out by the freeways on the side of the road to get it because it'll just fly forever if you're not careful.
250 yards.
They don't let me play any sports. Official sports? No. But we enjoyed a good game of dodgeball or maybe just wrestling sometimes or tag or. I gotta get the badminton stuff back out. I really enjoyed playing badminton, but I don't like badminton outdoors. The wind is too unpredictable.
Well, they got a big fence. They don't have
You should have a microphone. What color do you paint the bathroom? I saw all those exclamation marks. I don't know. I'm leaning towards some whites and light blues type nautical stuff, maybe. I saw that once on a video with Andrea when she was watching one of those home and garden TV things and thought that was cute where they have little ropes dangling around, little life preserver thingies and kind of a nautical theme. I remember her talking about that once, and so it sounds kind of fun.
When does Thomas graduate?
When does Thomas graduate? Well, when he finishes his work, and I'm going back and forth on if he'll have it done, soon or not. Yeah, our parks are all open. I was wondering if they were going to be, the parks were going to be there or anything, but there was lots of people there. So, all right, what did Andreas say? Everyone needs to realize. Aw, thank you, Andreas. That's very kind. You guys are very sweet. Can you do a live making magic cookie bars? It's like the simplest, dumbest recipe in the whole world. Little old ladies used to make them when I would go to church when I was a kid. I used to love going to potlucks, and I looked for those things. Yeah, I can show you how to make them. I mean, they're super simple. They're ridiculously tasty, though.
Sometimes there's a little too many chocolate chips on mine, and a little. It's right here.
Oh, it's on the recipe box. Well, don't say that. That ruins it. Good night, Holly. Good to talk to you. But someone said something I wanted to comment on. Whose shoe is on the couch? Judo. For whatever reason, he wants to be only half on camera. Temperature, we kind of vary. This room stays really hot. I don't know. It's just because there's people in here. We got the TV in here. There's lights. I haven't figured out exactly why, but this room is always kind of hot. So one of the cool things about we got that Nest system for the thermostat, and so we can get little thermostats. I can put them all over. So I got one up here. We have the main one, and I have one down in the boys' room, and it logs the temperatures in all the rooms at all the different times. And so I can cause the thermostat to go off at any one of those, which is kind of nice. So 72 or 73, somewhere in that neighborhood. Pretty normal, I think. Hello, Dolly bars. That's interesting. What would be a bad place in one more lifetime? Oh, you guys. Thank you, though. I should just accept that. I appreciate that. I'm so tired. I've been enjoying having her time at home. Probably not returning to public school once it's time is over. I realize school is awful. I wonder how much is that going to happen? How many parents are now being forced to do homeschooling? They're like, hey, you know what? This is so bad. And in reality, this is about as bad as it gets because you're doing somebody else's curriculum. You're doing a teacher's standard curriculum. I don't know how it is for each person. Maybe they got special stuff for each one. But what my sister's doing, the teacher basically sends home the rest of their work, and you got to do it. And I think that could be even harder, but even still, they're realizing it's not too big a deal. Homeschooling is great. I wonder if that'll make things grow. Hello, this prudent gal. Hey, Isabel. Anything specifically prayer for you, Tom? Well, God's will be done in my life. You can pray that. Well, I'm sorry so many people are stretching their bedtime past what it normally would be. We're just late out night owls here. Plus, we're in the mountain time zone, and maybe that's causing an effect, but I apologize. But it's nice having you here anyways. Bad typing or not. You like avalanche cookies? No, never heard of those. Oh yeah, we did that today. Eden had spent the night at Amy's house, at her aunt's house, and we went out there. And on the way back, I drove by a puddle right outside their house, and we could just see all these little ripples all over the place. And like, oh, there's frogs all over in there. And so we stopped there, and the boys caught 4 frogs. Judah caught 4 frogs, right?
Yeah, Judas got the ones that were jumping around the side.
Asher was trying to get big ones, and they kept foiling him.
Yeah,
but
there's ones that were like as big as a bunch of grapes.
But we caught 4 frogs and put them in our pond.
We named them all Moses. Except for Fat Joe.
They named them all Moses because they drew them out of the water. They're familiar with the stories. They play so often on our audio Bible. That's what they called him Moses, because they drew him out of the water. And apparently that means that one of them is Fat Joe, and the other ones are Moses. Well, hey, Belle, glad you could catch one. Who does Hannah's hair? These days, mostly it's Asher. Occasionally, Daddy will do it now. But Asher's been getting pretty good at doing it, and he's got her a nice little hairstyle because she'd have a ponytail, but it's not enough hair to go all the way back. So he'll do one in the back now, and then one on the top, and then like link them together, and which is really creative.
It's almost long enough to be all in one.
Almost long enough to be just one ponytail. Everything going on has my anxiety high. Well, you know what, Rachel? Things are going to just be how they're going to be. I think the virus stuff is serious, but all you can do is your best, right? You do your best, you try not to get it, and if you get it, you try to deal with it, and you just put up with it. I know there's people that are dying, and that's terrible. But worrying about it doesn't cause us any good. You just be as smart and as prudent as you can, and whatever will be, will be. Worrying about it doesn't get us anywhere, and I think this is highly politicized. And so every time somebody dies, we know about it. There's been people on the channel who've lost people. So, I mean, I know it's happening. It's terrible. But worrying about it certainly doesn't do anything. The story behind Asher and Hannah's close bond. Asher loves kids. He does love kids. Asher has had a bond with all the kids. It's definitely been stronger with Hannah. But even when Claudia was little, he was really sweet to Claudia. And you guys all like babies. We all like babies. But Asher has been... He certainly got a nice bond to Hannah now, and Andrea was very grateful when we were in the hospital. Andrea just kept saying, "I'm so glad that Hannah has Asher," because Andrea had been breastfeeding, then all of a sudden we were being life-flighted to Denver, and she had to stop breastfeeding right then and there. And she said she was so sad about that, but she was so glad Asher was with her. Florida unemployment is so bad, it's hard not to worry. You know, unemployment's bad everywhere. I think that's going to be the thing we continue to talk about for years, long after this virus is gone. And that is, should we have shut the world down for this virus? There's no doubt it's highly contagious, and it's very damaging and causes a lot of deaths. But poverty causes deaths too, and unemployment and all these bad things. And I wonder, we'll never know, but I often wonder how much all this really kept the virus numbers down or not down. They're going to always say, because when they first came out, if you guys remember, they were predicting 2 million deaths. 2 million deaths. And it's not going to get anywhere near that. And they're going to probably say it's because of all these measures and the social distancing and all this stuff. And I'm not sure. I don't know how you tell. You can't go back in time and do it differently. So I wonder if we should have shut down or not. I don't know what kind of effect it has had. But both your husband and I look. Yeah, I hear that a lot. It's really scary. I know a lot of people out of work. I work for a lot of businesses and a lot of people that fix computers, and I have a lot of people tell me. I know one guy who has a small business laid 50 people off. That's like his whole force. And I know the places that are completely shut down, not doing anything. It's a scary time. That's including the virus stuff. I mean, the virus stuff isn't going away. We still got to deal with it. And by all this social distancing, it really just slows things down. It doesn't change a lot. You're going to get it, you're going to get it. It just causes, I think, less stress on our system, maybe. But
Everyone in the rubber could have a big long gas mask that super heats the air and super cools it when you do it. And then like steer it.
there you go. We just live in a big bubble.
And then just one tiny bacteria.
Has this virus affected business for you? Initially, it didn't at all. Obviously, people are working from home. I set up a lot of computers for people to work from home. I had a lot of people help me help them work from home. I've helped people get their webcam set up. I've helped churches be able to broadcast their service and help people get meetings. I've helped a lot of people get their kids ready to do the Zoom stuff, sell them webcams and that sort of a thing. Done a lot more remote work. And so it's balanced out to I'm just about as busy as I normally am, maybe a little less. But still doing plenty good. So, yep, JG, I hear you. Can Asher French braid? No, I don't know that anybody in this house knows what a French braid is. So I can braid, and I think Asher can braid. And we're getting to the point where our braids don't look like a man did the braid. But what a French braid is, I don't even know what a French braid is. Is that where it looks like it's coming out of your skull a little bit? Like it's braided into your skull? Mommy would do that sometimes. Like how you open up with the kids and don't shelter them from the realities of the world. Yeah, I think that's the worst thing. We want our kids to, you only have a limited number of time with your kids. And so if you wait till your kids are old enough and ready to leave the house to teach them all the important lessons, you've wasted your time, I think. And so me and my kids have a lot of blunt conversations. I've talked about porn with all my boys, and we've talked about advertisements and how sex sells, and we've talked about the reasonings for why they do the things they do. And I think they're good conversations to have. And to assume your kids are just too naive, it just keeps them naive. Still making masks? No, I haven't made any more masks. I have a couple still on the cutout plates to give to people when I run into people who need one or / want one, but I haven't made any more. I probably made 20 or 25, 30. Only 51 likes. Well, we should start that. Everybody like it right now. Let's see how high we can go. There's only 51 likes, and this how many people we got on? 322. So based on regular numbers, I'm sure we can get that up at least 200 from right now. Get it like to 250. No, don't say that kind of stuff. I'll get you banned from YouTube. I know. I know Andrea can French braid. She did all kinds of cool braids. I'm not Andrea though. Is that what I did? Is that what a French braid is? Did I say that right? I know that she did that sometimes. I don't know that was what that was called. If I guessed it right, then that's good. Good night, Laszlo. His 80 is like 152. Come on, let's get to 250. You can do it. And if you're down there anyways, it just sounds like solid logic for you to hit the subscribe button. It's always exciting when we get to see a subscriber count go up. That helps a lot. Most people that are on now are going to probably be subscribed. But if you've been putting it off for whatever reason, now's your chance. Let's bring it easy. Start braid and just pull more hair with each braid. You'd think that would make sense to me? I'm happy enough if my braid doesn't. I've known to braid since I was a kid. I didn't do it right. I'm only now understanding the need to keep the pressure even the whole time. And my tendency as a man to want to be super tight and make it the tightest, awesomest braid. And then it just gets all lame and it's shorter up here and fatter down there and it looks all wonky. But I've gotten pretty good at keeping them pretty uniform now. Well, hey, Abby. I'm doing okay. People are going to start hoarding meat. Think? I kind of feel like we're nearing the end of the hoarding stuff. It's definitely been better at shopping lately. Hey, Chad.
We're hoarding like 9 kids.
I did manage to find a tube of hamburger. We always buy giant tubes of hamburger, and I haven't seen one for sale in a while, and we got one recently. Maybe large family chaos. Maybe. You can watch YouTube videos on braiding. See, that's the thing. I could do all kinds of things, but I don't. It's one of those things. It's like I have so many things that I need to do. I have piles of things, people I wanted to talk to on the phone, things I'm supposed to do, go get, still go through the chores. There's been a million things that I'm supposed to do. Of course, I can go watch a video, learn the French braid. I can also watch a video, learn how to sew and use a sewing machine and do a million other things. I'm still thinking we're going to get, I feel like I see my mind progressing a little bit. We're going to get back to where the channel is cool again. I promise, guys. For anybody who's, of course, the people that really don't like the lives, they're not here anyway. They're not watching the lives, which I think there's a decent number of people that aren't wild about lives. Maybe do some organizing in the attic. That attic's a nightmare. And kind of go more to more traditional videos again. No, everybody has tons to do and accomplish. Don't feel defeated. I don't think that I'm feeling quite defeated yet. But I do feel like I'm not having enough time. Do you like Ninja? I love Ninjas. Ninjas are awesome. I totally admit that I bought the Ninja line of stuff because they call them Ninjas. I completely admit that. But what was the first thing we got? It might have been our slow cooker. We got a Ninja slow cooker, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's called a Ninja. I'm getting it. And Andrea loved it. She said, this is a great slow cooker. I really love it. And so I was like, hey, Ninjas are great. And then every time I ever bought something Ninja, it was always great. So seemed very happy day in the hall. Keep high spirits up, Tom. I was feeling good then. That was 2 days ago. I was feeling all right then. I was feeling okay most of the day. I had some moments today where I was pretty sad, but generally I'm okay. Yeah, I love the music too, Nancy. I agree, Terry. I hope so too. Have you used the air fryer yet? I just used it for the first time right before I went live. I just randomly stuck a piece of pizza that was laying there in it, hit the button, and it came out crispy and tasty, and it was fast. It's pretty cool. What ninja messed up your shopping trip? Well, you're going to have to check it out. I don't want to spoil the clickbait. Keep doing what you're doing. I love the live. Feels like we were all hanging out. It does feel like we're hanging out. That's why I like it. Love the lives and the pre-plan. Well, thank you. You said the boys would build tiny houses in the backyard during high school, learn new skills. Do you ever think they would? Love the interaction in lives. We always plan on doing that. But we always got hung up on getting a trailer. The trailer, finding a trailer that's a good size and for sale. It wasn't really expensive.
Stationary, 2, 3. Oh,
You can't do that. It's against the law. No, it's against the law. You got to put it on. A bike shed is a shed. That's one thing. But if it's somebody living in it, it's against the law. The reason why tiny houses work is they're on a trailer, and there's no rules when you put it on a trailer. It becomes like a fifth wheel or a camper. I think it's got to be able to move around and be pulled around.
What if we build it like a shed without so many and put helicopter blade on the top?
Well, that'd be good. What delivers right now? Nothing. Nobody delivers here, Chad. There's not a single delivery in Moorcroft, Wyoming. There's DoorDash in Gillette. We lived over there. What shopping trip was Ninja? I just uploaded it a little while ago, Lori. It just went up like less than an hour ago. Yeah. How much is a trailer? I wish I could tell you. What was that, Asher? Oh. I've never really bought a trailer before. I think depending on if you find one used or at an auction or something, I think anywhere between $500 to $3,000 probably for the size and the kind we would want to get. And we didn't have that kind of money. We didn't. So that was always a big struggle to do it. We have some savings now, and it seems like maybe a good thing to do to build some tiny houses. But we just haven't done it. I may, go to an auction one of these days if they have another one, and go see if there's any for sale. Would really like to know if the girls are in bed. Yes, it is after 11 o'clock. If they were not in bed, I would be failing as a dad right now. But no, they've been in bed for some time. Every property organized my grocery cart. I have to watch the shop. Well, thank you. We did it more out of necessity. Is your state getting worse with COVID-19? No, I think it's getting better. I looked recently, and I think there was 6 deaths, something like that. And so, obviously, that's not good. People dying isn't good, but not very bad. All the shopping's coming back. There's definitely more stuff on the shelves. You like living in Wyoming? Yes, I love it. Best place on earth. I may ask, what is your GoFundMe at now? I'm not sure where it actually ended up. 80, it might be 85, something like that. It's been a very big blessing. The credited deals is about gone. Just a few $100 left on it. I almost see it as like, get that off the list. Get it done. We're not wasting the money. We're definitely using it well, but I want to get it down so that I can use the other one. I have that other one that's going to expire, and I have no motivation to go use that because I have this one at deals. But in Japan, Japanese, I'm not seeing Ninja. Ninja is it's definitely an American brand thing. It should be a Japanese brand, right? They sell appliances. They're like blenders and this is an air fryer, slow cookers, all kinds of kitchen appliances, but they're extremely high quality, all jet black, and they're just super cool. I mean, I totally admit I'm 100% a victim of marketing with the Ninja line. Right. Why did I pick Wyoming? Well, I moved out with my parents when I was 20. So they were coming out here, and so I came out with them, and I absolutely love it. Oh, is that what is that, Rachel? Well, I was way off. 73. It's pretty much all in savings. With the news, definitely way lower than they first thought. I think I shared this the other day, but they say that if you look at the actual survival rate for the virus, it's like 98% survival rate with this virus. And I heard recently that the amount of cases that's reported people having COVID-19 could be low by a factor of 50 to 80 times. So there could be 50 to 80 times more cases than what their reporting cases are now. The thing is you always report the deaths. There's not deaths floating around, people dying from coronavirus that don't get reported. All the deaths get reported, but only if it's 50 to 80 times less. And right now, the reported death rate is like 98% survival rate. If you factor in 50 to 80 times higher possible cases in existence, then the death rate is actually something like 0.02%, which I find interesting. You have it right now? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I hope that you are getting better. How long have you had it? Is it? Hopefully it's on the way out. That's terrible. Do you have all boys and all girls? What are the chances? Not exactly. We reversed it with one in the middle. So we had 4 boys, then a girl, boy, then the girls. Death rates are going up and down. Well, that may be, Rebecca, but if what the science that I just reported is true, that the amount of reported cases is 80 times greater than the reported. So I forget how the maximum number of cases is. If that's actually true, then the death rate is actually extremely low. If there are actually 80 times the amount of cases that are reported, and we still have the same amount of deaths that we have, yeah, I heard that too, Rachel. Absolutely. So it's possible that some of the deaths are inflated, but even if they're not, lost my sense of smell Monday, but tested and confirmed on Wednesday. Someone quarantined until 5/6. Wow. Has it been really difficult, or are you feeling really bad, Nisha? I'm sorry to act you as our little guinea pig, but I'm just kind of curious. I don't know anybody that's had it. So, Fox News? No, absolutely not. That was who's the dude who that Trump hates that was going to fire, whatever. He's the one that said 80 times. The numbers could be 80 times higher than they actually are. Are you modding over there, Judah?
Yeah.
That's true, Liza. Hospital 3 weeks. Might have had. We think we had it in November of last year. Unless you feel fine, more mentally drained than anything, but my parent also has it. 29, it feels horrible. Wow. Two days ago, you lost a friend to the virus. That's terrible. It is. It's really bad. So I don't mean to think I'm making light of it. I'm not. The death rate is low does not mean a lot of people aren't dying. No, I agree. No, I didn't mean to imply that they did. I just mean I kind of feel like the panic is much higher than it probably needs to be. That's what I think, and probably nobody's going to tell me otherwise, to be honest with you. What I'm saying is that it's not a death sentence. That's kind of the idea. People think if you get it, you're going to die. I know a lot of people that generally have that idea. The kids do community homeschool classes or to meet other friends. I don't know about community homeschool classes. Sometimes we would do co-op stuff. It's been a while since we've done that, but they have lots of other opportunities to go out and meet people. There's plenty of socialization. That's what you're talking about. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Thank you very much. I do have some pretty good kids. And as the doctors told me it was likely to be intensive care, I got it and recovered at home. Well, that's wonderful, Emily. We do the library thing. They haven't gone to the library in a long time because they've been closed, but maybe one of the lots of folks with asthma hypertension is very bad for you. It's a popular place, so don't worry, I guess. Highly populated, I'll worry. I guess you can still worry if you want to, but just going off the CDC official numbers, the death rate is less than 2% as it stands. And if that thing they said is true, that the amount of cases could be 50 to 80 times greater than what's reported, then the death rate is like 0.02%, something like that. I'm not saying it's not serious. I'm not saying people aren't dying. They are, and that's terrible. But it's not. I don't think it's near as bad as they're saying. I just don't. Yes, Nancy, we do. We have service projects where they go do things sometimes for neighbors or for other people to try and help them, and they do that to get on different privilege levels. Driving to Walmart, you pass a place on the right that had a bunch of small little huts. What was that? That was a rest area. So right out of our town. So they have all kinds of little places there, little picnic tables with little shelters you can eat at. You hear Jamaica music in the background?
Yes.
Asher's been learning to play. He can play All Star on the little piano out there, little keyboard. The Shrek song. Ooh, Rupert Float sounds good. Dead bodies stacked in refrigerator trucks, not serious. That was one thing, one place. I didn't say it's not serious. I didn't say it's not serious. I'm saying that the death rate, according to official numbers, could be 0.02%. That's all I'm saying. If you want to worry about it, you can absolutely worry about it. Please do not. I am not a doctor. Do not take my advice for nothing. I'm trying to be safe. I wore a mask to the store. I'm going to be as safe as possible. But I absolutely think it's reported. The hype is too real, too panicky. I think it's overblown. I absolutely do.
Thank you, Heather May.
Don't realize they had it, which is why it's such a dangerous virus. That's what I mean, though, Rebecca. That's why they say that the number of reported cases. So what's the actual cases at right now? I'm going to look it up right now. So worldwide, confirmed cases, 2.97 million and 207,000 deaths. So they're reporting almost 3 million confirmed cases that have it. And they're saying that number could be low by a factor of 80. Meaning that the reality is there could be 240 million cases of coronavirus out there. And still only 207,000 deaths. All I'm saying is, if that is true, what they're officially saying is true, then the death rate is extremely low. I'm gonna stop even talking about it. I've said the same thing like 4 times, and you guys absolutely should do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what this random guy in Wyoming happens to think, and you shouldn't take my opinion or advice or anything. I'm just telling you, no matter what it is, I don't care if the death rate is 100%. I don't think worrying about it does you one bit of good. Being smart and prudent and safe is all good. I don't think we need to worry about it. Yeah, I think I'm done talking about coronavirus anyways. Everybody be safe, wear masks, be careful, stay away from sick places, and this will pass. Do the best you can. That's all anybody can ask, and I mean that in all sincerity.
That makes your mask look cool.
And your mask got to look cool. That's important. What kind of party theme is Hannah going to have? She's having a baby shark party. God help us. So, yeah, I've got a whole box full of baby shark party favors, pinatas, streamers, decorations, plates, and napkins, and all kinds of stuff down there for her. It's going to be crazy.
All you're hearing is food. I don't understand how a simple song can be like cereal brand.
Well, thank you, Rachel. You're an amazing father that shows your amazing children. Andrea's proud. Oh, well, thank you very much. At least your mask is cool, right? It is cool. Judah, my mask has lemons on it. Is that cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
He says it's cool. It passes.
Because Papa's Maverick wanted to be a lemon, so Papa's Maverick is cool, so that means the mask is cool.
Love the poem you wrote on Facebook the other day. Does it help you to write poetry? It does. It seems weird. I've always kind of wanted to write poems. I always think about things. Like it always fascinated me. In Ecclesiastes, at the end of it, which was probably written by his scribes, King Solomon's scribes, he wrote that the teacher wrote so many parables and so many psalms, and he searched out his words carefully, and what he wrote was upright and true. And he searched till he found just the right words. And I always thought that was neat. And so I've been writing wisdom for myself and my kids since I've been married. And I got them all on my little phone here. And sometimes I'll write little sayings down, little wise sayings. And for whatever reason, after Andrea died, I found myself writing poems. And it somehow helped. I feel like sometimes I can't express myself good. Like I can tell somebody, yeah, it sucks that my wife died and I hate it and I'm sad. But that doesn't quite do it. It doesn't actually tell you what's in me. And when I do those poems, sometimes I'll sit there and agonize over the words and rearrange them and get it right so it's exactly how I feel and sounds good. And it makes me feel happy to have finally have gotten those things that are in me to a place where it's like, yeah, that's how I feel. And then when I share it with you guys and you all tell me, oh, it's so great, it's amazing, that just makes me feel awesome, and I feel like I've been understood, and you guys have read it, and you now know what I feel, and knowing that there's other people now who know what I'm feeling exactly makes me feel immensely more comfortable about it. I wrote that one on Facebook. I don't think I can read it. I'd bawl my eyes out if I did. But if you're not following me on Facebook, you certainly can. I'm not saying I will confriend you because I'm going to run out of friend space sometime soon.
I just friend everybody, and every time I load this trainer, friends.
Yeah.
So long.
But all my posts I do are public, and so you can follow the channel or my Facebook page. It's just Tom Mills. Didn't see the poem. Well, it's there. I could maybe paste it or something. I don't know. It's kind of it feels corny now, but someone said it would make a good children's book. I think that kind of would. I know other people that have made children's books. I thought that might be kind of fun. I don't know. Anyways, it made me feel good to do it. It makes me feel good to finally get the words out, get somehow to be able to tell people how I'm feeling, and then for you guys to read it and then receive it. What is that?
I know what the poem is, but I don't really know.
I'll show it to you in a second, and you can see. No, that was fun. I didn't make that. Sophia made that.
I mean, the poem you wrote, I was like,
I forgot about that.
no, it's like it.
Oh, I was like, haiku. There you go. Thank you, Chad. I honestly don't get haikus. I do not get haikus. I understand that they flow and you feel kind of some flow, but I do not understand the fascination with them. I think they're lame, if we're being honest.
In my pages, I wrote an entire English page about haikus.
Yeah, a poem that doesn't rhyme, that's communist. I like using your words in writing. Oh, well, thank you, Bonnie. Like, always so nice. I don't know what that means. Oh, Rachel's posting it. It's 7 years since my husband passed, and it still hurts to become me dear. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. Haikus are a challenge for entertainment. Yeah, it's kind of like doing a Sudoku, a haiku Sudoku. Good morning, Denisha. Oh, you don't have to post it there. You guys can go see it on my Facebook page. No, Rachel's not a family member. She's just a friend who pays attention, a YouTube friend that really pays attention to everything. She somehow really never forgets anything. Hit elbow for SSI after Andrea's passing. Andrea never worked, and I had one of you YouTube people who were a friend of ours looked into it, and I don't think we would actually have gotten anything anyways. But we weren't wild about it as it was. So, I mean, it would have been different if Andrea had put money in, but she didn't. So, what time is it there? Oh, it's 11:45. Probably gonna wrap this up before too long. Social Security.
No, this is some weird thingy. I don't know what it is.
One of those, I don't know. Someone had sent it to us. Justus really likes them. A little wiry, springy thing.
And you can do this. Wait. This. Yeah. And then you want it.
Boy's favorite ice cream flavor.
Cookie dough, but not that one.
Cookie dough apparently is the favorite for both of them.
Just with cookie dough.
Just with cookie dough?
Last time I remember we got a cookie dough, and it was like really weird cookie dough. It had like almost cream and some stuff in it.
Oh.
It's not cookie dough.
Thank you, Rachel.
Oh,
It's awful nice. I watch Andrea and life just makes sense. Oh, she would have loved to have heard that. Thank you, Annette. Oh, well, thank you anyways. I'm glad that I agree with you. Have you ever tried British candy? I was thinking about sending you guys some. Well, you're welcome to send it. We've had a couple boxes with some UK candy in there, and they're pretty fun.
We'll show all the candy as long as it doesn't have alcohol. Because we're on the street.
Are you dating anyone? No, not really. Thinking about dating? Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Like 0 milligrams of cholesterol.
Favorite cereal? Oh, that's too hard. I can't think of that.
I don't even check for my heart.
Can I draw any more makeup, lady? She draws all over things. It's funny how the kids all have the same phases. It's like there is the phase where, good grief, why do we own Sharpies? And that's the phase that she's in right now, where she wants to color and draw on everything. She covered over the brand new shower. She colored all inside of there with a Sharpie. I had to get some strong stuff to clean it off. Color on the doors, the walls, the fridge, her face, everything.
I didn't look very hard when you cleaned out your place, but I'm never going when you're done.
Dating is overrated. Well, I don't know how you're going to meet somebody if you don't date. I feel like, Andrew, let's get this show on the road. Can't wait. Oh, man, I hear you. That's just me. That's just me. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I wish they could just teleport in front of me and we could just get on with it. Stop playing all these games.
This is last day of school, like in break. We just got off break, so.
It's been a couple weeks since you got off break, hasn't it?
So yeah, I mean, if you're talking about end of life, I got like 4 more years.
I haven't dated in over 11 years. I know what I would do differently now. I hear that a lot. Is that like a women thing that a lot of women aren't in a rush to date if something happens and they don't have a relationship? I know. I don't know. Maybe it's different, but that's not me. Go insane. Teleportation. I forgot. What did I say? What was that teleportation? Oh, I see. Yeah. Let's do teleportation. Get the show on the road. Yeah. Exactly. Saying there, homeschooling, having a public school teacher teach your kids that are homeschooling just because you're in your house. That's true, but it's like a gateway drug, right? They can think they're homeschooling, and then maybe that'll gateway them into some real homeschooling. Hello, I have to tell you, I need to write a book on how you get angry.
So you just push the on button to turn.
What's that?
So you just push the on button to turn on.
Yep.
Okay, it's on.
Yeah, Annette, I hear you. I always wanted to do some sort of a marriage counseling type thing with Andrea. I felt like we could have done such a good job, and now it feels so lame. Like, here's a man telling you how to run your marriage. It doesn't have the same ring to it. The school summer. Talking about summer. We always go with the seasons, and so we start a lot later and we get done a lot later with school. So we tend to go first day of summer is traditionally their first day off, and the first day of fall is they go back. I heard men have a hard time being alone after. I read a couple of papers that said some of the same things, and so I think that's true. I know how I feel. Vanilla bean specks. I don't know what you're talking about, but something with vanilla bean specks in it sounds amazing. Vanilla bean specks. It would still be very helpful. Oh, well, I feel like I could too. I mean, me and Andrea are like the same person. I could finish her conversations. I could tell you what she would think now on almost any topic. That's how close our minds were together. But still, it doesn't have the same draw. What do you mean teleportation? We're just joking around how I'd rather just have my future wife just appear in front of me magically. No real teleportation involved. It's part of having a husband, mostly the shoulder to lean on, someone to talk to about the kids and being hurt terribly about the past 7 years. Wow, yeah, that's the kind of thing I hear a lot with women. They're not so eager to put their hand back in the fire. I totally understand. The 5 years trying to date after my divorce. 6 weeks took another chance relationship. Yeah, I'd probably die. I don't know what God's having for me. I'm not gonna rush things, but I'm trying to be the man God wants me to be and go to places and talk to the people that I'm supposed to talk to, and I don't know how else to do it. Who's your favorite kid? I don't really have a favorite kid. I love all my kids. There have been times where I really think more about one for one reason or another. And, I enjoy focusing and thinking about one child, thinking about their personalities and how they are and how they act. But don't really have any favorites.
We all suck. We're all good.
What if the teleport malfunctions and 40 women show up? Oh, man. I don't know how you deal with that. Send them all home, probably. You guys fight it out. Winner, stand over here. Oh, that reminds me of when Thomas did that, auctioned me off. That was pretty funny.
Wait, Thomas tried to auction you off?
Weren't you there for that?
I don't remember.
Someone started taking bids, and Thomas said, "I'm up for bids or something." And there was people bidding. There was a whole bunch of people bidding. It was hilarious. Well, it's just hard to find a good guy these days, especially 35 and under. I hear ya. Yeah, Sharpies, absolutely. Oh man.
Wait,
Good night,
people who are
Lori. Thanks for
35
stopping
are
by.
okay, boomer.
What?
People who are 35 are okay, boomer.
35 are okay, boomer. What do you mean? I don't know what that
Well,
is.
that is
Apparently
boomers.
all old people are boomers. And now I think that all nowadays people are zoomers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nina.
Some weird
That's such a terrible thing.
Something that somebody invented thought that would be cool to say.
Hard not to compare the new mate by the other mate who was passed. I don't see things that way. Maybe, I suppose, there will always be some natural comparisons, but I don't think that way. I know full well that whoever it be would not be Andrea. I think comparing anybody to anybody is a bad situation, whether you're talking about a relationship or not. Enjoy dating someone I don't know or know well. Yeah, I understand that. Key things with a relationship partner. Religion is important. Yeah, that's an obvious. If you watch this channel, you'll know that religion's very important. I don't like the word religion, but there's all the way around it. That's what people would call it. But as far as other stuff, I don't know. I think I've decided it's probably a bad idea to mention it. You get a bunch of people faking stuff. So I try not to talk about that. Have to just hit me up. I have no desire to, even after 7 years, to date. I hear that. I've heard a lot of ladies tell me that it's been 10 years, 15 years, 17 years, and they're fine, no desire, don't need to, and I don't know. I think I've read that too. That it's easier for a woman to say that. I think somehow it's very harsh to compare your mate to something you don't have at that moment. Enjoy what they bring to the table at all. Something you don't have at that moment. No, I agree with you. It would be terrible to compare. How could you be with somebody even actually comparing you? That'd be terrible. High pitched noise. Oh, it's probably about time to change the. Andrea hated that noise. It's the furnace filter.
Man, I must be deaf or something because I can't hear that.
Yeah, it slowly gets.
It gets
higher
louder
pitch
and
higher
louder
pitch.
and louder, and Andrea would just say, "It's driving me crazy."
I never really noticed it. Right now.
I never noticed it either. You tune it out. Did it stop? Tell me. Hopefully that noise stopped. How do you think the kids would react to you dating? We've talked about it, and if they were reacting poorly, I wouldn't be talking about it in front of them right now. Obviously, it's not going to be comfortable for anybody. Heck, it's not going to be comfortable for me. It's obviously going to be weird and strange, but we've talked about it, and obviously we decided that's probably what's going to end up happening anyways. I mean, I have a 1-year-old girl, almost 2, and a lot of girls, and I think kids need a mom, and I need a wife, for being honest. So good. That was what it was. Andrea it would have been driving her batty and crazy, and she's probably like, "Thank you, whoever said that in chat." What is Thomas doing? He must be in his bed.
You might even be watching.
Podcast terrible. Thanks for asking. Most of my women who lost their dad and their husband as well had a miscarriage with a couple of months of sparing healing. That's an awesome name. I have never heard of it. Yeah, thank you, Samantha. Being open with your kids is the most important thing. If we really believe in raising kids, we're raising adults. We're not entertaining children. And so if you want your kids to grow up to be responsible adults, then you have to treat them like they're adults, especially when they're teenagers. I think it's a bad idea to just basically entertain them till they leave the house and then they try to learn all the lessons on their own. It's just not how it should be. That was Andrea letting us know. Did you see her? Yeah, probably. Probably. Yep, I'm going to have to call it quits at midnight. I can't believe how many people are here. How many people we got still? Oh, it still says viewers 0. Tell me there are
400.
400? That's a lot of people for the middle of the night. That's crazy. Andrea has a blog on raising adults. Yep. Yeah, it was something we talked about a lot. I want to tell honestly how they're doing. And share life stories. That are very helpful for that policy. I'll have to check it out. Decided Thomas if you're on, he's after graduation. I don't know if he's on. How many likes are we at? Yeah, how many likes we got there, Judah? Well, hey there, Bruce. Good to see you. 235. Okay. Well, there should be more. Oh, I like doing the live. I don't want to stop, but I think going after midnight is probably a bad idea. Make cinnamon rolls in the air fryer. Oh, you can? That's interesting. Japan is 3 p.m. Wow. No bedtime on lockdown for us. Chelsea Davenport woke up and saw the live. Well, there you are. You just woke up an hour ago. I can't believe there's 400 people on at midnight. That's nuts. That's nuts. How do you teach a kid multiplication and division in school? So multiplication, I'm very proud of.
I hope multiplication and division is all you need in math. That's like a.
When I was a kid, I couldn't tell you what grade it even was. I think I suspected 3rd grade. There was a record, yes, a record that my teacher played that had skip counting songs. There were songs where they count by numbers. And I felt like cheating all through school, all through the rest of school, junior high, even into high school. I was singing those dumb songs in my head whenever I did multiplication. 6, 12, 18.
And then he started playing out here, and then because of that, now I can't count by 2 anymore without singing the song.
You can't count normal anymore. Well,
it's like if you made a new file that was in there and then you replaced it.
It's funny because I had been trying to find these songs, so I can play them for my kids for literally 8, 9, 10 years maybe, and I couldn't find them because how do you find them? Because the lyrics are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. And if I go Google 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, I will not find that song. And so it was an ungoogleable song. I had this tune in my head, but I had no way to figure out who actually sang it or where it came from. And then it was a couple of the songs say a couple other things. Like, and the last one, of course, is Old 70. And so there's that one. Those had a couple words there, and so I started throwing those in, and I finally found them. And now I play them for my kids. I have a timer at noon every day on a school day. It plays these. It goes through all the songs. And now, as Asher is saying, he can't count normally ever again because as soon as you start singing something, you can't say 8, 16. You got to say 8, 16, 24, 32.
If I try really hard, I can say 2, 4, 6, 8. But it's really difficult for some reason. It's like actually hard.
Yeah. We got them now anyways. I think it was Marilyn Willoughby. I think it might even be on our Amazon link there. There's an Amazon affiliate link down below, I think, in our description. I think we put them in there. There's lots of skip counting songs, but these ones were infectious. They were infectious that I heard them just a few times, and they stayed with me through my whole life. And so, for whatever reason, they're really good ones. I could have gotten many other skip counting songs, but it seemed like such a waste to not get the same ones that I had. You got your 1 times tables down pat. Nice. Anyways, that's cause multiplication. I felt like I was cheating going all through school because it was so much easier to find out. Love to know that song for kids. I know the name of the lady that sings this, Marilyn Willoughby, and like I said, I heard it when I was like in 3rd grade. She's probably dead now. I have no idea, and I'm sure it's not in production, but they're still available.
I thought it was a guy. I mean, I don't know where a lot of them.
There's a guy too, yeah, but I don't know. That's just the person's name on the CD.
What is a CD?
Now I'll count by prime numbers. 3, 5, 7, 9, 33, 79, 67. I forget. I could have done it real fast for a while there. Only because of that Dilbert. We love watching Dilbert, and the cop pulls over Dilbert, and he says, okay, can now count backwards from 100 using only prime numbers, and he starts rattling them all off. I thought, that would be a cool talent to have. I need to do it. All the countries in alphabetical order. There was an awesome rap song that had the books of the Bible. I think it was by Transformation Crusade. That had one of the guys in it was going on to be real famous on his own right, and I can't remember who it is now. And it did all the books of the Bible, but it said something about each one, which I thought was awesome. Like in Genesis, he created us, and he set the people free in Exodus. In Leviticus, the laws were professed. Numbers led them through the wilderness. Really fun. I loved it. It was really cool. She homes one of our kids. Any advice? We're using the good and the beautiful. We're using the good and the beautiful curriculum. I haven't heard of that one. It doesn't matter which curriculum you use. My advice is, when you're trying to figure things out for your kids in homeschooling, do the thing that's easiest. I've said it before. There's a guy named Jay Weil who gives an excellent presentation. And every time we go to a homeschool conference, I say, all we need to do is hear Jay Weil give that same presentation. And he gives a presentation where he goes through all the stats for homeschooling. And he compares homeschooling, how kids perform based on this curriculum, that curriculum, like all the different 10 curriculums. And you know what happens in all the curriculums? All the kids perform about 30% better than a regular publicly school educated kids. And then they'll do parents that have a high school education and parents who are uneducated. And all the kids generally do 30% better than public school kids. And they went through rich people, poor people, where they lived in the country, income level, education level, all kinds of stats. Across the board, it didn't matter what curriculum you used. It didn't matter how much money you made, what your education level was. No matter what happened, your kids always did 30% better than public school kids. And yes, that's not true, Judah. Anyway, so the important thing then is to just do homeschooling. And I would say make it easy on the mom. It's got to be easy on the mom. Because if the mom quits, you lose the advantage of homeschooling. So you need to make homeschooling as easy as possible on the mom. Forget which curriculum you use. And I know what you moms do. You moms go out and you Google and you research and you go to forums and you study and you check and you review and you talk to people. You go and spy on people who are doing their curriculum and you try to find the greatest, bestest, most awesome curriculum known to man. And then you'll switch it around. You're like, we're going to do alpha, omega for math, and we're going to do a beta for this, and we're going to do this and that, and we're going to split them all around. And you can do that. And if you want to do it, great. But I think a lot of the times you're going to burn yourself out. And I don't think it makes a giant difference. In fact, I can tell you it doesn't make a giant difference. At the end of the day, nobody loves your kids more than you do. And so you're going to take care of them in their education. I don't think it really matters which curriculum you use. So we use ACE because it is one of the easiest on the parents that you can get. Plus, it's Christian-based, and so we love it. Or dad, yeah. I say mom because 99.99% of people homeschooling are moms. And I'm just an exception. I'm not even doing all that much. I mean, I help the kids for sure. My mom and sister-in-laws are doing a lot to help, and kids are doing a lot themselves. That's one of the beauties about ACE is that the children are responsible for a lot of their own education. You've got to basically just monitor them. You're welcome, Supergirl. That's what we did ACE. We did ACE for everybody, all the subjects. It's easy. It's canned. It's all the same. They understand how it works. They understand how it goes. Are there things I don't like about it? Yes. Do I think that it matters? Nope. So I'm not going to worry about any of that stuff. We really like the curriculum. I taught it. I was administrator of a Christian school that used that curriculum. Andrea graduated using that curriculum. And you know what's funny? She had some rough upbringings. She had a rough household growing up. And I always say, how did you grow up to be such a good Christian? And she says she always attributed it to the paces. It was the paces. You know what's really, really neat about there's these characters that you have, these cartoon characters that are part of the workbooks. There's little cartoon strips in all the different paces. And they always grow with you. So when you're doing first grade, the cartoon characters are in first grade with you. And they struggle. The little cartoons are about obeying their mom and not lying, and little cartoons about character building. And they're fun. And when you go into second grade, you get second grade curriculum, and they're second grade now. And so and by the time you're in high school, the characters you've been reading about your whole life are now in high school. And they're dealing with high school things in their deals. She says that really modeled what good character was for her. And that was what really helped her going up through her life and really helped her become a good, solid Christian. I think that's more important than all of it. Personally, I can care less if they ever learn reading, writing, arithmetic if they turn out to be godly people. That doesn't mean I'm not going to teach them those things. Of course I am. But I want their character and their personal selves to be the part that actually grows. So, plan for birthday girl on Saturday. Is it Saturday? Is Hannah's birthday on Saturday? Oh my gosh, it is. I've got all the stuff. I didn't do any invitations. I need to be inviting people. At this point, I think I just need to start calling people and telling them when it's going to be. Well, thank you for whoever said that. Marvella, thank you. Baby Shark. Yeah, she's having a Baby Shark party. Yeah, I hear that a lot, Shandon. A lot of moms aren't wild about doing this. That's okay. It's not for everybody. Maybe it should be, but that's another story. What size do the girls wear? I'm going to be updating that. So I think that there's some stuff in the description of what they're wearing, but I think it's probably old. Cake. I got to get a cake. Thank you, Tina.
Maybe you should just get like cupcakes. That's
Cupcakes,
what
yeah.
I usually did with the little kids.
Oh, man, I'm feeling stressed now. Oh, we'll be okay. We'll get it. Thank you, man, fam. Homeschool is really not a big thing in my country. I didn't even know it was possible until 3 years ago. If I known, I would have taught my daughter myself. I always find that fascinating in different countries how things are just so different. Well, I think we're after midnight. We already blew our time. Hey, Stacy. Baby Shark Cake, call Walmart. I bet they can make one. I'll bet you they can. I bet you they got one there.
How did a little song become a cereal brand?
How did the song become a... That's a great question. You know what? It's all I hate in the world, too. Giant marketing stuff of somebody that had a dumb song. There's no depth. And now I'm throwing a whole party about it. But however you slice the mustard, Hannah knows the song. She sings the song. She recognizes the characters. She will love it. So.
But one thing is, like, when she sees any water, she immediately says Baby Shark.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she now thinks water is Baby Shark.
Have you viewed that YouTuber's recent video, Tom? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You said that somebody was... it was a ways away.
I missed it. Yeah, they don't care about parties until 3. That may be true, but Andrea would not let that happen. She would have everybody would have a special party. She would make me feel special on my birthday. She wouldn't throw me a party, but she would go to my favorite place to eat, and she would make me feel like a king. And it's a silly little special thing. I never ever would have treated birthdays the way she did, and it's a great way to remind your kids how special they are, and it really doesn't cost a lot. So. What is Hannah's favorite food? Cheese? Her favorite food? That's a good question. I don't know.
She never told us, so I don't know.
She loves eating oatmeal, but
It's like Doritos a lot.
She likes ramen.
She was snatching all the Doritos on the table.
we've got some games. I got some games. I like the Ninja. I've only used it one time, but so far it ninja'd the crud out of that pizza. So.
Sucked the life out of the pepperoni.
Cut the mustard, no, slice the mustard. I like doing things differently on purpose and ruining sayings. What is the one that I always used to say? He who laughs last makes waste. I love doing stuff like that. Well, hey, Pam, I am up late. I don't know who's making hater videos. I don't want to watch a hater video. I'm not sure what we're even talking about. Well, Baby Shark Dance for the County is fully intact. That's true. Isn't that what adults do, though? Adults complain about the music of younger generations. That's just what they do. Get off my lawn, you dumb kids. When I was young, music was music. It didn't sound like noise. I mean, how many of us have heard that nonsense? So, does it sound like it's making my kids stupider to hear the songs that they're singing? Yes. Does that mean I'm going to tell them that I'm going to follow that pattern? I'm not going to follow that pattern. I will sing my little girl.
I don't really think songs delete brain cells, but I think the weird videos of kids doing random things is brain cell deleting.
Bathroom's doing pretty good. Well, hey there. Asher's right here.
Hi. Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I think I'll probably get off here pretty quick too. I know. Last minute questions.
You can have them when.
Hello, this is Judas Studios, where you be a man or a woman. Yeah, Judas Studios. It's all about the people.
Well, hey, Heather. Yep. Microphone on, Asher?
It's right here.
I say be careful what you say if you got the microphone still on. All right, yeah, we're going to go ahead and bow out, guys. We appreciate you all. We will see you next time.